All right, sixth graders, welcome back. It's week 4, day 1. Got seven things on our agenda item, but we're gonna do a little bit thing. We're gonna do some things different today. We are trying to get in touch with Mr. Beast, famous YouTuber, millions upon millions of subscribers. Through one of our show and tells, one of your student submissions, I asked, "Who the heck is this YouTuber you're asking about?" And one of you told me Mr. Beast, and I looked into him. Seemed pretty cool. Gives money away. Does a lot of philanthropic work. Philanthropic work, meaning giving money to charities and helping people for good causes. And so I told this student, this one student in particular, we're going to try to see what we can do to get in touch with him. So we're doing show and tells first. All right, let's go to show and tells. Mr. Beast, this is for you. All right, we've got, all right, Silas, Mr. Beast merch right there. Uh, Sporting that merch right there, too. We've got a video as well. Let's check that out. Oh yeah. Oh, let's check this out. He made this comic book as well. This is the submission that he made. It caught my attention. The first slide was, "Hello." It says a comic he's been making in his spare time. "Hello. When I'm older, I want to be a YouTuber like this guy." And I was like, "Well, who is this guy?" I had no idea. I'm 35 years old. Oh no, I'm 36 now. I'm really old. I don't know the heck. I don't have YouTubers. I don't know what that is. I'm not. I don't know how to do technology. I'm learning technology because of distance learning due to COVID and our schools shut down. And he said, "This is Mr. Beast." So I checked you out. This is his comic, though. So, dude, want to be a part of my YouTube channel? Yes. I hope this video goes well. First video. Challenge time. Eebadoo dabadoo. That cash is mine, bro. Last person to take their hand off of that wall wins $10,000. Subscribers, 20 million subscribers. I'm rich. Merchandise you can buy is on this shelf. Oh, it's not working. There it is. I hope this house doesn't get destroyed like the last house I bought. Are you flipping kidding me? He explained that's like a comic book thing. The end. Awesome job, Silas. He also sent a video as well, trying to get your attention, Mr. Beast. So I'll finish up show and tells it a little bit. So I'm here in South Minneapolis, Mr. Beast. I've got the window. If you don't know, most schools around the country are closed down. I'm forced to learn about technology as an old man at 36 years old. And so I have our offsite studio. This is here in South Minneapolis. I've got my duck calls at our garden level apartment. I don't know what you're thinking, but we're challenging you to reach out to us in some fashion. Whether you come in here to South Minneapolis, I'll be reaching out to you on the gram as well, give you my details. Garden level apartment, we can throw out $1,000 of cash right here. I've got a parking lot, a street right there next to Lindale Avenue, pretty populated, people walking by wearing their masks. We could just throw it at them from 20 feet away, whatever you're thinking. We want to get in touch with you. I've got sixth graders and seventh graders, my students told me about you. I've got a lot of people in my classes that are really into you, that are subscribers. I've subscribed to you now, and I'm following you on Instagram. And we want to see if you want to accept our challenges. Come on out, engage with our classroom. I think it could be beneficial for you, trying to look at it from your perspective of, I bet tons of local Fox, CBS, KARE 11, NBC News could probably do some really cool local pieces on this that might get national attention on a famous YouTuber coming out and engaging in a classroom that is forced to do distance learning. And I think that's a cool way to connect with you, what you're already doing, distance spreading information and entertainment. So check me out, check my classrooms out. This student in particular told me it's his dream to meet you. So I think it's cool. It's worth your time. All right, great job. We're moving on with our agenda. Feel free to keep watching my classroom, Mr. Beast. I'm going to send you this link. Show and tell, rest of show and tell. This is how little I know about technology. I have to use 2 computers. I don't know how to cast screens. Charlie and I have been having breakfast pancakes every single day. Real maple syrup coffee. I'm loving it. All right, Tyler's got a puppy. He's seeing all sorts of dog pictures. Keep it up. Send those show and tell pics. This is my girlfriend, Susanna. You've seen Mercury before. He's healthy. And that's Susanna's dog, Leo. 12 and a half year old. Um, um, I'm blanking on it. Oh, Greyhound, duh. Yeah, 12 and a half year old Greyhound, Leo. He's doing really well. So that was really fun. I think that's it. All right, show and tells. Let's get on with our agenda. Mr. Beast, bring it on. Let's send out, let's spread that cash. Let's sell that merch. All right, agenda item 1 is going to be incompletes. Agenda item 2 is going to be talking about pass fails. The South Washington County School District went to pass fail. I'll explain what that means for you. Agenda item number 3, I found some cool Minnesota news updates that I thought were really positive and optimistic, and I thought I wanted to share them with you. Agenda item number 4, new routine. The mystery box. You want to see what's in here? You better give me a call, send me a message on Schoology, send me a message in email. I'll give you a Google Meets code and link, and I'll show you what's inside that box. I'm going to have a lot of cool things. My first one, you know, I collect things. I collect old things in particular. So I think you might find it interesting. I've also reaching out to the network of people I come into close contact with, my dad, my brother, my nephew. My dad in particular, he's, what is he, 66 now? He was a colonel in the military. He has a lot of interesting memorabilia and interesting trinkets that I'm going to ask him if I can borrow for this the purpose of the mystery box. Again, I'm not showing you what's in that box until you call me any day this week. The number is 651-425-4486. It's in my contact document. It's also in this week's weekly planner. Call me up. I'll give you the code to access me. I'll show you what's in the box. Number 5, show and tell. Talking about that. Number 6, today's work day. It is a work day. I'm sorry, not. So what we're going to be doing, what my expectations for that, what that will look like. And then Rex, he wants to do his announcement. So I'll let him have the floor. Hey kids, welcome back. Like Mr. Ermer said, it's week 4, day 1. Today's reflection question. What is your favorite saying or idiomatic expression? Mr. Ermer's favorite saying is something his dad used to tell him. You don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. All right, don't forget, be thoughtful and submit to my assignment with 2 to 3 thoughtful and complete sentences. See you later. All right, thank you, Rex. Don't forget to do today's reflection question. All right, agenda item 1, incompletes. The district has said that with the challenges of distance learning, how we're missing assignments that are never turned in by students. We're no longer assigning or marking them missing, which would result as a 0 for you. We're marking them as incomplete. And what that won't do is it will not affect your grade, but what it will do is give you an alert. And we're doing that just to give some flexibility because we realize there have been so many complications and troubles as we all acclimate or get used to distance learning. So be aware, it's still your responsibility to check your grade book, understand what you are or are not, what you have or have not completed, and check in with me, your teachers, and take care of your work. Moving on to 2, the district, South Washington County Schools, has moved to a pass-fail system district-wide. What that implies is that your teachers, me for language arts, have a lot of flexibility in how we're going to decide whether you have earned a passing grade or should fail. And how I'm going to be moving on with that is 1, looking at how much of your work you've actually completed and how much effort you've put into that work. So really, going back to those incompletes, it's on you. You are into the middle school now. You need to be up on checking your grades. It's on you to reach out to your teachers and asking, hey, where is this assignment? And it's really on you now to learn those higher level skills of how to troubleshoot or work around problems. If you don't know how to do something, Don't just give up and ask somebody. Try it out a little bit. If you can't figure it out, ask one of your friends. If your friend doesn't know, ask your older sister or older brother. If they can't figure it out, if you, with your bright, beautiful, smart mind, can't figure something out, contact me anytime. I've got that number. It's in my contact list. Call me. I love talking to students. It's fun. I'm sitting bored at work. I don't have classes anymore. I want you to call me. I want you to find out what's in the mystery box. So give me a call, and I'll help troubleshoot your problems with you. All right, pass-fail system. Number 3, agenda item 3, your Minnesota news update. Just yesterday, Thursday, I believe. Well, maybe it was Wednesday. Today I'm filming on Friday. I forgot to tell you, it's Aloha Friday. You're watching this on April 20th. I'm filming this on April 17th. Friday, I always wear the Aloha Friday shirt. Minnesota news update. Last week, as of when you're watching this, Governor Walz passed legislation or helped pass legislation that created one of the first ways of accessing affordable insulin. So there have been tragic stories of young adults, especially people that are leaving their families' insurance plans when they turn 26 years old, not being able to afford their insulin, and so having to ration how much of that vital chemical or thing that they need, their body needs, and they die because of that. And it's very tragic. Well, Minnesota became the first state ever to pass legislation that says no one's ever going to need or go without insulin just because they can't afford it or don't have access to healthcare. So I thought that was really cool that our state is providing that. It's going to be setting a precedent that I think will allow people around our nation to get that vital thing. I mean, so many people that we know, I know several people in my life that have diabetes, and you probably do too. If you don't have it yourself, several students in our school have diabetes and are affected by this. So that's awesome. Great job, Governor Walz. Also, update in Minnesota, University of Minnesota this week just got approved through the FDA emergency COVID approval system for a ventilator system that they've innovated at the University of Minnesota. And so through materials hospitals have on hand, they've created a ventilative system that has been approved by the FDA's COVID emergency approval system, and they're making that open sourced. So hospitals and healthcare systems around the United States can learn how to make these systems on stuff they have at their facilities, and it's going to be huge. So that's really cool right here out of the University of Minnesota. All right, I've already talked about the mystery box. So agenda item was number 4. I got ahead of myself when I was talking about what's to come in the agenda. The only fun way you're going to find out what's in here, oh man, that's really cool, is if you give me a call, email, or Schoology message asking for that Google Meets that Google Meet link. I'll send you a way to access, and then through Google Chrome or whatever web browser you use, or even if you have the Google Meet app, you can see, I'll show you a video of what's in the box. And it's always going to be super cool. All right, show and tell, agenda number 5. Please, I've had so much fun, and I'm sure all of your classmates have had so much fun seeing your faces and seeing all of those activities in our daily show and tell. So don't forget, keep submitting to those weekly assignments. You can submit multiple times to that same assignment, and I'll put all of those pictures in our slideshow here. So please keep submitting to those. That's a weekly thing. I want you to keep connecting with each other. Awesome job with that. All right, number 6, what we're doing today. It's a work day. You've had 3 weeks of distance learning, and because some of you students are meeting this new style of learning with varying degrees of success, I am going to make today a work day. So what that's going to make you do is I'm asking you to do 2 things. 1, go check your grade book in Schoology and check what you're missing, and then go accomplish that. Figure it out. Troubleshoot it. Contact me. You need to catch up because today's your work day, and beyond this, I'm not going to be as flexible with late work. So make sure you go through, spend your day going through all of your work, your missing work, your incomplete work. It's going to be marked incomplete. You still have to do it. And then 2, part of your work day is going to be calling me I put in today's weekly plan. My number, I've already said out loud, 651-425-4486. Give me a call. I'd love to talk with you. I just want to check in. I want that to be a regular routine. I want you to contact me. I'm available. It's not something I think of as a bother. I'm bored mostly. We do a lot less work here in distance learning, so our role is to support you, and I just want to check in with you, see how things are going. So please give me a call. That's an assignment for this workday. For those of you who are already caught up, you're calling me right away. That's it. Agenda items. Aloha Friday. Get outside. I know it's beautiful. It's 46 degrees out. I've got the window open. I've already done some duck and goose calls. Didn't do a very good duck call. I'm going to do a little better one into the neighborhood. The neighbors always appreciate that. All right. Bears of the Ice by Catherine Lasky, chapter 23. The Belong. The cubs traveled on. It was not easy. There were days when the sky thickened with blizzards or fog, and they lost track of the stars. But Jite's ice gazing had sharpened, and she continued noting the changes. The going was slow as Stellan's haunch ached from the toothwalker's slashing tusk. And although Jite had thought the wolf fangs had just gone skin deep, the claw must have grazed a muscle. They were both limping. In Jite's mind, the journey had been divided into two parts, before the wolf and after the wolf. And in Stellan's mind, there was before the toothwalker and after the toothwalker. Neither cub ever complained, even though Stellan, in his own odd way, felt Jite's pain in addition to his own. Each wince was like the flinch in his brain. They must have made some progress north, for it did seem like new country here. There was no open water, no inlets in sight. It was all ice. Ice sometimes twisted into strange forms and figures. Some of the ice was crystal clear, and when the moonlight struck it, the shaft of light would break into different colors. Third stopped abruptly, then stepped into a puddle of violet light. Next, he placed his other foot in a puddle of blue light. "Look at this!" he cried with delight. Stellan began moving slowly through the radiant light puddles. "Caught in a rainbow!" he exclaimed. It's so boring being white," Jite said. "Imagine if we could change our colors every day." Jite peered deeply into a green patch of ice. She suddenly had a staggering thought. Could this be Clarkin ice? The ice of Uluk Uluk had told them about. That would be the sure sign that they were entering the richest hunting grounds on Earth. Had they actually made it to the northern hunting grounds? A flash of movement caught her eye. She glanced down and saw a seal swimming beneath the ice. Jite gave a yelp, and forgetting her pain, she bounced up on her paws and turned a somersault. "What is it?" Stellan asked, alarmed. "We're here, almost." "How do you know?" "This is a Clarkin ice." Jite and Stellan forgot their aches and pains and began dancing through the magic of the night, of the ice, of the nearness they felt to those great hunters and the possibility of finding their father. Third sat down and crossed his legs, propping his chin on his forepaw as he regarded them. "I don't understand. What is this Clarkin ice and why is it so important?" "We're going to find our father," Jite explained. "And we were told we would be getting close to the hunting grounds when we began to see the Clarkin ice. This is Clarkin ice. You still want to come with us, don't you?" "Of course. I certainly don't want to go back to Taka. Nobody has cared for me at all until you two came along. I feel the belong." "The belong? What's that?" Jite asked. "I think it's like love, but not quite the same." Third looked back over his shoulder. "I think I am caught between the belong and danger. And if we have the belong, I think we can face the danger." The belong. The words lingered in Stellan's and Jite's minds. Was it a place or just a feeling? What do you think the belong is? Should they be excited about the Clarkin ice? Or maybe it's one of those tricks of Uluk Uluks. Or we're still suspicious about Uluk Uluk. I don't know what to think about that person, that bear. All right, Mr. Beast, let's go. Subscribe to Mr. Ermer's YouTube channel. Again, I'm a teacher. I'm 6th and 7th grade English teacher. I'm a coach as well. You might see some of my high jump and horizontal jump lessons if you check out my YouTube channel. We're challenging you. Hey, reach out to a school. I think we can get you some good publicity and probably some subscribers if you check us out. Send one of your people out to do some filming. We could do some distance filming out of this wonderful video. We could do some duck calls. We could send out stacks of cash out to random neighbors in my Whittier neighborhood in Minneapolis. It's the most diverse neighborhood in Minneapolis again. So I think we could do some cool stuff out of this garden window level, this garden level window that I've got here. It's like a drive-through window. I don't know. Think about it, Mr. Beast. Aloha, everybody. See you later, 6th grade.